Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto, Alpharetta, Georgia, AvalonAutoAtlanta.com. Next up, a beautiful 2009 Lexus GX470 Salsa Red Pearl, 208,000 miles. This thing we've had before. We bought and built this one in 2022. Restored it, did the build for a customer, local guy. Kept in touch with him. He had a couple things, over the course of the last 3 years. He needed to do the exhaust manifolds. They started leaking, diff services. He did the timing again. He took great care of it, honestly. Really cool dude. Became friends with him. Helped him source some OEM parts, at our wholesale cost through that. But we did in 2022 a whole bunch of stuff to it. So OEM radiator, hoses, coolant, fan clutch, AC services, details, Freedom Off-Road upper control arms, Ironman 2.5-inch lift kit, SSO rear coil conversions, KYB top mounts, Akibona Pro ceramic brakes all around, pads and rotors. Let's see, the OEM TRD Pro wheels in the gloss gunmetal, which is my personal favorite color. I like the gloss a lot more than the mattes just because they're a lot easier to clean. The 33-inch Maxxis razors, rad rubber splash shields, new Denso alternator, handful of other little bits and pieces in 2022. And then he took great documentation over his 3.5 or so years of ownership. So timing service was done in December of last year, full ASIN kit, both OEM exhaust manifolds. They had leaks. They were doing that cold start tick, so we went ahead and replaced both of them, but that's new manifolds, new catalytic converters, so that's fantastic. We did the TKO Fab sliders back in 2022. He added a kind of a Switch Pro aux beam setup with lights, ditch lights, front pod lights. He did the TRD style Lexus grille as well. We did the sport headlights, which I believe they were OEM. I've got to double check my records. At one point I was buying the OEMs because they were pretty cost effective, and then everything went up. But rad rubber splash shields, Ironman lift kit, Freedom Off-Road upper control arms. Now, based on the Carfax, I bought this from Hennessy Lexus back in 2022. It did spend a good amount of time in the north, but whoever had it up there did not drive it in the snow and salt because it is the cleanest northern car I have ever seen. And I remember that from back then, that I was like, okay, I almost scratched it off my list before I even looked at it. But this frame's perfect. I mean, it's as good as any Georgia frame out here. There was no rust on it. My mechanics didn't hate me for working on it. Everything was nice. Axles are great. You would not expect this out of a Maryland. I think it was Virginia and then Maryland. It might have been coastal Maryland for all I remember. But exceptionally clean. This is not a rusty one at all. This looks like straight out of, the Southeast, Georgia, Alabama, what have you. So exceptionally clean undercarriage, no issues at all. We did do the full rocker panel removal and trim, so it's got a full length trim on there. Axles look great, no boot tears or anything. Interior, so he sold it back to us. He wanted to get in a newer model. I think he ended up buying a 2020 or 2021 460 from a local dealer. We looked around for him, and I was like, man, if you find the one you want, just buy it. And I'll buy this thing from you because I'm going to give you a heck of a lot more than the dealer would on a trade-in. So I did. We ended up recovering both front seats fully. We didn't do them back in 22 because they weren't damaged, but they were pretty well split, and there was a cut in the back when we took it back in. We also repainted the rear spoiler. It was pretty well faded, clear coat fade. Does have 2 keys. See which pocket I stuffed them in. 2 keys, both with AJT fob shells. Center diff lock works. I just tested that while taking pictures immediately, so it works perfect. Dash is perfect. Steering wheel's in good shape. A little bit of wear on the edges, but nothing bad at all. Wood grain's in great shape. Already has the air control delete. He added something I haven't seen, which is a little organizer for the center console. I like it. He also had 2 sets of seat risers that I'm going to leave in the car. I personally do not like them because it's a pain in the rear to get them out when you need to take the seat out, which after you recover, you probably never will again. But I took them out because I had to remove the seats, but it does have passenger and driver set of seat risers should you want them. It really just lifts the front of the seats. Does have all the manuals, and then I've got a big file that he included that has all of his records for the recent timing service, exhaust manifolds, transfer case service, rear differential service. Again, he took great care of this thing in his 3 years of ownership. Everything looks great on the inside. The Salsa with the gray is a fantastic color combo. Has the full set of WeatherTechs all around it, as well as the little armrest inserts, which are neat. Again, cargo mats, third row's intact. The Bixler, I don't know where this comes from, but little molly panel for this. Paracord rear gate handle, which is fine. Again, this is the passenger set of the seat risers. This Salsa Red Pearl 09 looks beautiful. Rides fantastic. The Maxxis razors I love, and they've probably still got about 50% life on them. I mean, I sold this with 172. It's got 208 on it now, but he's kept up with rotations and balance and alignments, so they have worn exceptionally well. Plenty of life left in them. Again, both front seats fully recovered, new leather, door panels, everything else is in fantastic condition. This is a really nice Salsa Red GX470 and pretty much fully baselined. You know, between the records we did in 2022, radiator, fan clutch, all the other stuff, and then everything he's done over the last 3 years just to keep up with it. Again, he wanted something with the new technology. He wanted something with a bit nicer, the LED headlights. So that's why he wanted the 2020 to 2021 GXs, which I'm waiting for the 2022s to come down in price to get that new interior for my wife. But very, very nice GX. Everything is fantastic in this thing. We do have some touch-up paint in. There's a couple of rock chips on the hood, but no major scratches. Let me go around and point some out and then give you a peek under the hood. Under the hood is super clean. Let me pull it back in the bay, and then no rubbing. We trimmed for it back in 22, so fender liner trims, basically. And the ditch light mounts work great. So again, a couple little rock chips. We've got this Salsa Red in stock, so we'll take care of that. New battery, this was replaced, I want to say about a year ago, 24F AGM. Again, timing sticker last December at 203, so only about 5,000 miles on the timing. Radiator was done at 172. Alternator was done at 172. Handful of other things. Read the full description at avalonautoatlanta.com. But this girl, it is, what is today? Monday, October 13th, 2025. And this bad mamma jam is going up for sale today. Give us a call if you have any questions.